back in. We're still in the Marauders Guild. But you can't get this quest, so we're going to go complete this Sky High quest. Hand it in. It's in Middle La Noscea. We've got our new Marauders Axe. We've got a whole bunch of shit to sell as well, so we can go do that. First up, we'll just get some money in hand. I think we need. Nope, we got the Marmot's Thanks last time. We got potions. This Fantasia can go over there, since we don't need it. We've got high potions as well. I'll put the high potion down here. What's that? That's one we want to keep, so I'll throw that up there. Alright. Yep, so let's go trade in this stuff down here. Get some money. We could probably do with... Nah, we'll be right. I was going to say we could buy some gear with it, but nah, we don't need to. Alright. Just duck into here. Alright, independent jewelers, you'll do. Oh, that axe. No, it wasn't. If it was completely spiritually bonded, which means that we can turn it into materia, it would have said, you know, this is bonded, are you sure you want to sell it? Like if we try and sell this, it says it's spirit bond, it's 100%, which is a good little stop in case. Alright, so now let's head over to Middle La Noscea. Okay, we can head out over to the lift area. What level is this quest here? A level 8. We're well ahead of our quest, so I don't think we need to worry about any of the side quests for the moment. Get some more sprint. We can use it as like a means of leveling other stuff, I guess. Of course, you would use it if you didn't have Road to 60 on, which is, I think, is about double XP gain. At some point, we'll come back and attack those. I think we can get the level 12 ones though, because there are other level variants of those things in different areas. Okay, so we're heading over here. Oh, and I looked up the lore book, and that's not the Aegis River, that's the Nim River. That Woad Whisper Canyon area where we saved Severin. Yep. That is not the Aegis River as I initially recalled. It's actually the Nim River. Aegis River is actually here. Okay. Oh, whatever. Bateron sent you out here, did he? And consider yourself welcome at the Skylift. Look at that bloody cliff, will ya? One blast of fiery hell from that huge dragon was all it took to split the ground in half. Cargo still needs to get through though, so this mess of wooden pulleys was our solution to the problem. Well, one of them at least. If the gods were kind, and they ain't, I'd have about a dozen more workers to handle me growing list of headaches. Alright, so what pants do we have on? Level 8, okay. So naturally this would be the way to go. What's that quest down there? Level 10, keeping it fresh. Yep, so these are the pants here. Naturally, these don't look anywhere near as nice, but you know, an extra strength and extra vitality is nothing to scoff at. Alright, we can sell that. Alright, we'll talk with you again. The Skylift operator needs a venturer to deliver some forgotten packages. Ah, Great Gob of Gobby. Spit. There's still a couple of parcels left in the balloon. And wouldn't you know, the bloody courier has already left. Here now, lass, you seem to have your hands free. It's only because my axe is on my back. Do a poor sort of favour and deliver these packages to the personages. What are writ on the cards there? You can read, can't you? This one's of those Sigurd of the foremast, and the others for Yesamine of the Novelli checkpoint. And there are some hard fucking names to say. Alright. So let's get past these. Wait. Yeah, we'll go to this one first. It's closer. And then we can go to the other one. Alright. Singitiv. Are you come from the Skyrace? Have you come from the Skylift, please? You didn't happen to overhear any of the undelivered packages? Any talk of the undelivered packages, did you? Yep. Why, this is the very parcel I was expecting. Marvellous. The smell. Ah, that would be from the lavender pouches I ordered from the Red Rooster Stead. The soldiers here at the foremast train until exhaustion, you see, often leaving them scant time to sluice away the day's sweat. The lavender's fragrance helps cover their bodily aromas. Okay. Perfume? Well, deodorant, I guess. Alright. Go through here. Megalo crabs all over the place. Now these are wild jackals. As you can read, they are hostile, as you can see by the red triangle with the yellow face. Basically what this means is if you run in front of them, I'll try and get one that's not... You can't really see, but when you select them, they have a circle around them, and then an arrow pointing forward. I wonder if you can actually... Yeah, like this. So a circle with an arrow pointing, that's where they're facing. So providing you're not like running right in front of them, you can often get away with just sneaking past them. So there's a fate up ahead, which is a... Okay, we're gonna have to try and make our way around. So these are fate monsters. They are effectively hostile. But they have a special... Oh good, it was over. They have a special circumstance in that they don't attack anything that's not of fate level. Whereas the other things are 11 levels. Alright, so Jessamine. You've come with a delivery from the Skylift. Please tell me it's the book my brother sent from the La Noscea checkpoint. Huzzah, now I can spend my off-duty hours reading instead of losing my wages throwing knuckles with the captain. The god knows there is precious little else that passes for amusement around here. Alright, back to the Skylift. All the way down there. They really make you want for the mounts, I can tell you that much. But you never want more for the mounts than in the Heavensward and the Stormblood areas. because they are a lot larger of areas. Because they're built for, we might actually take part in this. They're built for flying, so the areas are a lot bigger. Which means on foot is a pain in the butt. Moving back a bit. Nope. Alright, we're gonna get avoid this one, so we don't take his. Alright. Over there. Get this one. Now there'll naturally be another crab spawning at some point. There it is there. So we just have to watch that, so that we don't like stand in their spawn area and immediately just aggro another enemy. I mean, we're not losing too much health, but they can quickly compound into a bad day when you've got, you know, too many of the fake creatures attacking you. Oop, like that. Let's grab both. Oh. Alright. We gotta watch that jackal too. Okay, we're more than likely gonna aggro this one because it'll turn around and walk this way. Oh, completely our way. Excellent. Alright, let's see this one. Going well. Okay. I know I said we weren't doing side quests because we were right on level, but we might as well get this, get closer to level 15, and then we can get the level 15 Marauders quest, which will give us Tomahawk, which is a very nice ability to have. It's basically the arranged single target thing, but it's really good for like, that's what I'm looking for. It's really good for getting an enemy's attention from a distance and aggroing said enemy. Like in this instance here, what I would actually do is just run up to here and then Tomahawk kind of thing to get that Muggle crab's attention and get him away from the jackals so that we don't aggro those jackals. But alas, we do not have that yet, so I can't do that. But it would be nice to have it. Alright, done. Nope. Hell of a lot more. Okay. Yeah. So even though our item level is 8, we'll still be able to take on like level 12 related stuff. Just the way the things are. The reasons of my concerns for like those solo duties and being of level and stuff like that, it's just that my main character used to be on a European server, which is very high latency for me. So a lot of the solo duties were a lot harder than they needed to be because, you know, I'm dealing with a 370 millisecond delay, which doesn't seem like a lot, but you know, that's a delay for AoEs to appear on screen, which means that my movement is also delayed, so before I even get a chance to to get out of an AoE, I've already got a 600 millisecond delay to contend with. That doesn't account for like actually moving and getting out of the time taken to get out of the AoE, and also my reaction time, depending on, you know, how sprightly or how awake I'm feeling at that moment in time. So yeah, if you want an extra challenge, play on a server not intended for you. And the reason that I went on that server is because the Australian players go to the European portal for managing their accounts. So we pay in euros for, you know, subscription for optional items, that kind of thing. Which means when I started, I thought, oh, okay, well then we're through the Euro portal, so maybe they want us to go into the Euro servers as well. Alas, that was not the case. The reason it took me so long to transfer is simply because when I started playing, the Euro servers were actually in Canada, so it wasn't as terrible as it became when they moved them to Europe. So there you go. All sorted then. Thank you kindly, adventurer. Twouldn't do it to have people whisper in nasty rumors about the quality of delivery services. With all this loading and unloading, there's always the chance that something gets left behind. We wouldn't even need the damn balloons if we could carve a ramp up the cliff face somehow. But the city ain't got the gil for the time, all the time for that. What with the beast tribes and the Empire breathing down our bloody necks. All the competing cargo companies had to pool their resources just to get this little operation off the ground. Get it? Off the ground? Any road. We'll just have to do things the hard way for now. Alright, so we've already got those leather jack boots, so we'll just get the money. But yeah, the reason I mentioned the Euro thing is because it gives me an incorrect understanding of difficulty towards the solo duties and stuff like that. So I expect them to be harder when they're not actually that hard, especially playing at this on this Japanese server kind of thing. So yeah. Need you to recover a cargo load abandoned by a terrified wagon driver and deliver it to its intended recipient. Okay. Glad I am to see you again, lass. A wagon driver just returned in a great bloody hurry, screaming about some monstrosity, what sprang out from a millicorn seedling in his cargo. Seems the gutless bastard tossed it over the side for turning tail and running for his life. I need you to head down the road, recover that seedling, and deliver it to Lyulf over at Swiftperch in Western La Noscea. Whatever he pays you for the cargo is yours to keep. After all, I don't rightly know what else is lurking inside that plant, and you deserve to be rewarded for your troubles. Oh, and you'll also find an aetheryte in Swiftperch, so the journey should be worth your while. Oh, okay. Jeez, thanks. Alright, so let's get moving. Okay. So we have to go through wild jackal territory again. Alright, just up here. There's a massive jackal right near that, so I'm going to kill that first because I don't want it getting in on the fight. Causing problems like that AoE that it just used. Alright. Interact. Alright, let's get both of them. Now they're going to use they probably have a circle AoE. A lot of these, models. So the monsters that use this model generally have that kind of ability. Alright. So deliver room to Swiftperch. I think Swiftperch is through here, yeah. So Wool's Errand was where? Wool's Errand is Lower La Noscea, okay. We're going the complete opposite direction. There we go, leveled up. Alright, so we can now go get the, oh shit. We can now go get the, class quest. Fucking hell. Baromeds, get away! I don't have time for you. Okay, good. I wouldn't be as worried usually, but he's a ranged attacker, so it's not like I can just run away. So welcome to Eastern La Noscea? No, this is Western La Noscea. Yeah, Western La Noscea. Whoops. Alright. This area over there. So that's the first dungeon. This is Aleport. I actually go to Aleport a decent amount, solely because Upper La Noscea, you won't see it, but it's split into two areas. This side has a aetheryte, this side does not, so the closest aetheryte is actually this, and you just walk up there. It's relatively easy. Yeah, this part onwards, so over here is like a level 40 area, this is like level 20 to 16, and then this is the area we're in. So we'll also grab the Choco Keep, so that we can go. You don't need to read those ones. So we can go to other areas. So specifically, I think we can get to La Noscea from here. Yep, La Noscea, 2 minutes. If I didn't want to, you know, walk back, or the guild was too much or whatever. But it's not, because it's free, bitch. Lyulf. Has Nemea herself forsaken this desolate land? Though I understood there were risks in gambling my entire fortune on a crop of millicorn, I, at least, expected the seedling to be delivered before disaster struck. It's here. No, looks nothing like millicorn, but anyway. Is that my millicorn seedling? Oh, joyous days. It seems a paltry beginning, but the yield of this particular variety of crop plant is nothing short of astonishing. As you have undoubtedly noticed, Swiftperch lacks a certain, shall we say, vital energy. Thus, I mean to restore a modicum of hope to its residents by growing a veritable ocean of corn. You, madam, seem fit to burst with vim and vigour. Might I persuade you to abide a while, and help nurture this ailing settlement? Alright, so we've got gloves, level 13 gloves. So I'm not going to bother with these ones. Just get some more bronze pieces. Alright. We'll help Lyulf. And then next episode I'll go into the Marauder quest for level 15. The reason I'm doing this still is to get the level 12 chest. The calamity was a most horrendous event. It took me from my father, destroyed our home and scorched our fields. It crushed my hopes and dreams. All that I have left of my dear old dad is his notebook. He scrawled down a fair bit of nonsense in that ratty, dog-eared tome, but as I was leafing through the pages one day, I found a passage entitled, For the Future. It described the location where my father had buried his earthy wealth, in an area that was once a bustling neighborhood. I was not aware our family possessed much in the way of treasures. Could the crafty rapscallion have squirreled away a bulging bag of gil or precious stones? Just think of the contribution I might make to Swiftperch's revival with such a fortune at my disposal. The catch? Ah yes, the catch. The area is crawling with bandits and wild jackals. I need someone, that is, I need you, to search among the derelict houses in the flock and dig up the casket my father buried. Okay, well. The lighting is really weird there. Ah, because it's foggy. But sunrise. Right, so let's head out. I'm actually going to hit up this merchant mender and get mended. And I've just realized that I've forgotten to use any of the food that I have. But that's alright. Yeah, right. That's alright, I'll do that next episode. It's not terrible. It would have made the XP from that fate that little bit better. But for the most part it's not. Alright, so where are we heading? Up this way. So, fat dodos. I will attack these. Because as you can see they're on the hunting list. Let's do that. Oop. Rancid belch. Ooh, dodo fella. Kara. There you go. I'd say that's a Lyulf by the size of the chocobo. Not all mounts, but some mounts actually scale to the size of your character. So the standard chocobo is 1 instance. So for instance, Rogadins and Male Aura have a rather large chocobo. And then you've got, like, I think here the Ellison might have slightly beefier chocobo. We need 1 more. And then you've got the Lyulf with really small chocobo. And you don't really notice it when you're just out adventuring, but in instances where you pull up alongside another adventurer, or you have put your chocobo in a stable, so houses can have a chocobo stable, and then people can go in and train the chocobo for you, kind of thing. 2 of the latest will be standing in the stable, and that's when you really see the difference in size. We'll get rid of this one. I'll have to do this because I don't really know if there's going to be combat. Combat is usually like there's the purple smoke one, if there's going to be combat, but he mentioned bandits, there are no bandits. Okay. No, we're good. We'll go through. Yeah. There's also usually a fate here. You've got to collect eggs, and then the chocobos, not the chocobos, talking about chocobos too much, the dodos try and stop you. And they aggro on you when you do it, but you can kind of like speed run it. My father was a frugal man, thus I expect the casket to hold quite a substantial bounty. Well, I think he hopes so. This is my father's entire earthly wealth. Why is there naught here but a fistful of wheat seeds? What nature could have possessed him to do so carefully conceal such a mundane? Ah, I remember now. He once told me that our family's wheat was a stubborn weed. Sorry, let's say that again. Ah, I remember now. He once told me that our family's wheat was a stubborn weed. It was one of the few crops that could take root in the barren soils of Western La Noscea. With these seeds, our lifeless fields could once again sprout golden stalks. Thank you. Oh, thank you. You have truly given this settlement the chance to build a new future. Alright, the harness. Okay. What's this? Need to breed. Yeah, I'll pass. We don't need that gear because it's headgear. So let's chuck this new thing on. That's at 100. Nice. So we'll take that. Put that there. Yeah. I really need to move this. Alright. There we go. We look really weird, but that's what happens when you rely on the starting gear. So what I'll do is I'll grab this. We'll accept it. You there, adventurer, cast your eyes towards the brewer's beacon. Does the light not seem uncommonly weak? It cannot possibly be bright enough to guide the ships sailing in the bay. I would march over to the lighthouse and investigate myself, but I am duty-bound to remain at my post. I would consider it a favour if you could make a visit to the brewer's beacon and see if aught has befallen Consfly, the lighthouse keeper. Alright, so we'll save the lighthouse keeper in the next episode, and we'll also move on to the level 15 Marauders quest. But that's it for the most part. We will catch you later.